tells all this shit. In the name of science, I will put my face in it. How many? Don't go! 26 over 4!
Please take a seat. Someone will be with you shortly. Apollo has the situation well in hand. Let the review begin.
They did it! This was the game that I was waiting for. This was the exact game that I was talking about in my Aliens Colonial Marines review. I hope someone in the future sees the potential for survival horror in the Aliens franchise with some action elements. Imagine like Amnesia mixed with Aliens. Holy shit, that would be a game everybody would be talking about. Well, at least the first half of the game. But it's finally here. Oddly enough, it took a strategy game developer, Creative Assembly, to get it done. And for their first whack at survival horror like this, it's pretty impressive. Yes, there are some issues, some pretty big ones in the second half of the game, but there is no doubt in my mind that if you are an Alien fan like I am, you owe it to yourself to pick this one up and support it. Even in this busy month of Broketober, you will not regret it.
I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies.
You play as Amanda Ripley, Ellen Ripley's daughter, who has made it her personal mission to find out just what happened to her mother. The opening level has all of us walking around barefoot and in our panties. No! This takes you to a deep space trading station who has recently received a flight recorder from your mother's ship on the Nostromo. But in true alien fashion, shit is just not right when you arrive.
Hello, Marshall? Marshall, this is the Torrens. Say again?
The sounds and the music are just as good, and it's so important to get those right, and they are beautifully done here. Eerie music plays at all the right moments, intense music during chases, and it feels directly from the films.
Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility. I admire its purity. A survivor. Unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality.
And yeah, I role-played like nobody's business, exploring every inch of that ship, the opening level, and the art design is fucking perfect. It creates this flawless, claustrophobic atmosphere of the original movies that no game to date has been able to reproduce the way it has here. There's just so much authenticity and attention to detail in this retro futuristic looking technology. It's just a marvel and a joy to look at all the different pieces in the environment. Even in the loading screens, you can tell that the developers understood the atmosphere, this retro, 1980s VHS static type of stuff. It's so good, just like the films. The games could win an award for it. I like it. See, it starts off in the old school.
Tracking.
Look at this.
Tracking.
Joe, it's retro, futuristic. I love this style to death. And the game has this extremely strong opening. You're exploring a substation that's had that catastrophic thing happen. And it's just so creepy to step aboard the station alone to try to discover what's happened. It's a game that is not so much scary, as we all pretty much know what a xenomorph looks like, but it's one that's dripping with atmosphere and filled with extreme tension. Impressive to do that with something that we've all seen and quantified many times before in the Xeno. And you'll quickly realize that it's not just the obvious xenomorph that you will have to contend with, but also the station itself as it's literally falling apart and its orbit is decaying. And there are many people left on that station, some helpful, others not so helpful. They would rather kill you and stay alive just to survive. And finally, there's these creepy malfunctioning working Joes that you will have to contend with on the station. They're these cheap competitor knockoff versions of the universe's synthetics. They're strong, they're unfeeling, and currently they're in a murderous rampage. It's a unique enemy that's creative, but unfortunately you spend a bit too much time fighting and just dealing with Joes for my tastes.
Do you require assistance?
God damn it! What have I told you, Joe, 1,000 times? Please do not sneak up on me. Working Joes are not supposed to be creeping around the place, bothering the workers. We've told you this 1,000 times. No, I don't need help. Thank you very much, okay? I appreciate it.
You always know a working Joe.
Really? That's great. That is a great piece of information, but how does it help me do my work? I really would appreciate it if you'd leave. If you weren't always bothering me all day, every day, I could get my work done a lot faster. Thank you.
You are becoming hysterical.
Oh, God. You're hurting me. Initiate dance protocol 75.
Confirmed. Initiating dance protocol. Time to boogie. Step back, please.
Fucking cheap knockoffs. Fuck. Gotta get me a fucking Wayland model. Fucking hate working with Joes. It's a nightmare. Though it is ultra satisfying and gross to just beat the shit out of a synthetic, I must admit. Now the main enemy is of course the alien. You start by briefly encountering it twice, and that first encounter I wish was done a little bit better, or combine that with the other two encounters. It would have been a little bit more effective when you first see the alien. But alas, when you finally do get that big reveal and you get up close and personal with the alien, it's a great moment. Joe Hyde, get under this goddamn desk!
What is it?
Stay right here!
What is it?
Look up!
Go shoot it!
Do whatever you need to do, Joe!
Oh wait, I only have 7 bullets. Or 8 bullets, I don't trust it.
Your hand is shaking. Do it, Joe!
No.
Do it! You think you're such a man with that big badass gun?
If I had more bullets,
Alright,
yes.
well next time that alien comes after you, why don't you whip out your gun? Quit fucking messing around. It was so important for this game to get its alien AI down correctly. And for the most part, they did it. Most horror games end up having this predictable AI path, right? Well, they're still fun, but you eventually notice and learn the exact path that the enemies take every single time. And like they drive around on a track. And while this does happen a little bit for the humans and synthetics, when you're going up against the alien, all bets are off. There are no scripted paths here. The alien will often turn and reverse direction, or even get a little bit more aggressive just at a moment's notice. Hurry up into the passcode, he's right behind you, Joe! Under the passcode!
Yeah! Close it, close it, close it. How do you close it?
That door doesn't automatically close
Son
until
of
a
a
little
bitch.
time. A little time, and then it closes. Oh! Oh, shit, Joe. You got it? Jump! Yeah!
How did he find me? How did
Joe,
he find me?
well, you started running. You got up,
didn't run.
and you were walking around like he was nothing.
I was
You
crouched.
disrespecting the alien.
I was crouched.
No, you were disrespecting him. You
Son of a bitch. I
disrespected
was
him.
like, no.
And what that does is it forces you to make snap decisions and use your wits and gadgets to deal with this incredibly unpredictable threat. It's just the way it needed to be. And that's what fuels most of the relentless tension that this game has in suspense. I freaking love it. I mean, you aren't even safe in vents or holes, as I've seen the alien come crawling into those too to come get you. That is scary as fuck in those rare cases.
Move down, get out! Oh, no, not that way, the other way, God! Dallas? No.
Take it easy. Alice?
The game is hard, and if you don't play by its rules, you're gonna die. A lot. So much so that I had to reduce my difficulty back down to normal from hard. So at least it's not a freaking breeze. It's gonna be frustrating, stressful, and annoying at times. But once you find out how to work within its world, it makes sense. If you aren't patient, if you don't like heavy stealth-focused gameplay, you won't enjoy this experience. Okay, this is furthest from running and gunning in Call of Duty that you could get, okay? Even the few sections that do have some gunning will quickly attract the alien's attention, so you'll always need an escape plan right away. Now, granted, some deaths can feel a bit cheap. The alien can play tricks with you, walk away, and then just run at you and kill you. Shit. You get fucked up. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Did he see me? Did he see me? Oh, my God. Is he coming in? God. No way! There's no fucking way he saw me. No. Stealth is key here. You should never, ever run. And when you're being chased, try hiding under beds or outside or inside lockers like in Outlast. And I just love that added mechanic where if you use your all-important motion tracker while close to the alien, it will hear you, okay? They've even added a cool mechanic where you have to hold your breath and like lean back from the alien if it suspects that you're in one of these lockers. Did it? He just walked in the room. He heard, he saw you.
Read some books.
Go away. Hold breath. Hold breath.
I pressed LB. I pressed LB and said I got nervous.
LB, it's
Yes,
no.
I know. It's left trigger. I got nervous. I know. All I heard saw was the L. God damn it.
It gets really intense when you're having to avoid both the alien and the working Joes at the same time. My palms were sweating like hell. If the alien finds you though, it's all over. It's a one-hit kill. That's why it's nerve-wracking. You can't outrun it, so don't even bother. You can't kill it, as you don't have like the heavy weapons of the Colonial Marines. But you do have inventive gadgets that can open up doors and vents and alternate paths to help you avoid or even distract the alien and other enemies. Noisemakers, smoke bombs, EMPs, Molotov cocktails can all be crafted using the game's crafting system, making scavenging important throughout the game. But the UI is clunky and you can't really cancel an item creation, so you have to be careful when you're crafting. And you can eventually find upgrades to your tools, which will allow you to access deeper parts in previous station sections and find the various collectibles, most of which are kind of pointless, like the ID cards. Sweet, another ID card. What do these actually do? Let's see. That's it? Are these the developers? Don't actually look like Aliens characters. Like, this is kind of stupid. Oh. What the hell? But some are really interesting, like the audio logs and the Nostromo stuff voiced by the actual actors from the first movie. Like an undiscovered treasure trove. That's how you do collectibles. In fact, there are entire levels devoted to just pure atmosphere, where you in effect do very little. Like the Alien Derelict mission. It's about immersion. It's a love letter to fans, and I thank you so much, Creative Assembly and Sega, for having the balls to put in levels like this in this day and age. It was a dream come true for fans, and I think you'll agree if you play that level. This is freaking cool, man. Oh shit! It's fucking space jockeys. I am so going over there. I'm going to explore the shit out of it. That's cool. However, the biggest source of challenge, but also frustration, is the game's saving mechanic. There's no autosave. Instead, you must be on the lookout for phone booths to save your game. There were a bunch of moments in the game that I had to replay over and over because I had forgot to save at a phone booth or there wasn't one nearby. Autosaves, I realize now, have spoiled modern gamers. On one hand, I just hated that it didn't have it. It could take out the fun when you have to replay a lengthy section multiple times. But other moments, I appreciated it, knowing that I barely had any health and I needed to get past this section or die. That heightened the nerve-wracking feelings, and it made finding one of those phone booths just that much more rewarding. Just note, it's gonna be frustrating as hell, but it's ultimately a design decision that I agree with. Now, later in the game, you acquire a flamethrower, and you feel emboldened, and you can directly confront and push off the alien from killing you rather easily. The tone at that point in the gameplay changes, mimicking the films, much like how her mother, Ellen Ripley, transforms herself into a badass. You get to go into a badass. But, you know, the alien can still kill you, and it becomes about finding your way off the station. Now, surprisingly, even after dealing with the alien, there's tons more game. But actually, that could be considered a bad thing. It's like an editor in a movie. You don't want to cut anything out of your baby because you think that it's all important, it's more content for everyone. But you have to ask yourself, would it be a more effective story with it cut? Would it encourage players to play through it more without unnecessary filler? Now, for ultra fans like myself, I didn't mind the extra content, and I really appreciated that I got my money's worth. The game took me 19 hours to complete, up to 20 with the additional DLC content. I got my money's worth easy. But for others who aren't mega fans, I feel they probably would have preferred their story shorter, without all the repetition through the same hallways. And that's a legit point. The backtracking. Now, I get that they're trying to establish the station and make you feel like you are in it and you recognize things, but you could do that with less back and forth gameplay easily. So when you do die, not only are you doing the same thing over, but you're backtracking through the same areas over and over, often with unpredictable alien AI who could kill you in a moment's notice. It's a mix that has the potential to throw controllers across the fucking room. Trust me, it's happened.
God damn it!
Now, graphics, and voice acting are quality. Though for some reason Amanda just sounds weird to me. I don't know what it is. And it doesn't help that the lip syncing in the game is terrible. There's also some difficulty hearing people if your head is oddly cocked to the side. It's weird. Headphones fixes that though, and I highly recommend that you play with a quality pair of headphones. It is so much better with the surround sound and all those sounds closer by your ears. The game, I also must praise the lighting. If that's important anywhere, it's important in an Alien game. And I hope that you can play on the highest settings because it's a real treat. See, hold up.
You can't tell
See,
me
this is the kind of lighting that, go back to that, this is the kind of lighting that Colonial Marines wishes they had. Because there was this scene where Colonial Marines completely changed from the concept to the, or not the concept, from the early version to the actual gameplay. And it was just like that. That's a kick in the face to Colonial Marines right there. In fact, this is all a kick in the face. Now, the game does have its fair share of odd bugs. I had the game fatally crash on me twice. When I was playing with Joe, we were ejected into space.
What is going on? You see that? That is fucking bullshit. Come on.
I knocked your ass into space.
Fucking bullshit.
And also, Amanda's really scared of this particular door? There are a few other nitpicky things, like how the alien moves. He never slithers or moves around on the walls or on all fours. It's honestly, it is small fries, but they're compromises that would have been awesome if they were included in the game. As far as the DLC, the Crew Expendable and Last Survivor are pretty good. And together, they'll add another hour of gameplay. It's not substantial at all. But the draw is the actual main cast, voice acting from the main cast. But you really won't be missing much if you didn't pre-order it and you want to skip it, honestly. There's also a survivor mode with various timed challenges to try to, get on the leaderboard for. But it's time now for the final verdict. I really want to give the game a high-ass score for all it does right, but I just cannot deny how the backtracking and the filler sections do end up hurting the game instead of adding value. That combined with its abrupt sequel/DLC bait ending, which I cannot stand when games do, I have to dock it down some to a strong 8 out of 10. If you aren't a fan of this license, it is still worth a buy, but you could probably drop it to like a 7 out of 10 as it loses steam and focus during those final chapters. But if you haven't picked it up, I hope you will now, or at least at some point. It's worth it. It's the Aliens games that I've always wanted to see and the game that we deserve. Now, if only there were some way to blend the two types of games, like the Colonial Marines and this one, just the stealth with the Marine shooter, just in a unique and intelligent way. Maybe multiple killable aliens that have the unpredictability, intelligence, and stealth elements that this game has once you run out of ammo. If that's possible, I would be totally down for some kind of franchise out of this or a sequel. But I only have one question. Where the hell is the Queen? Or did this game just establish that alternate egg transformation theory from the deleted scene in the original Alien? Interesting stuff. I'll see you guys discuss it in the comments. Until then, I'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Always know a working Joe. Do you require assistance?
You son of a bitch! You taking focus off the alien, just like the previous game! I'm sick of you motherfuckers!
Tut, tut. Stop that.
The focus should be on the alien, not working Joe!
I thought you wanted me. I thought you wanted me to stay away from all this fucking shit over here.
Yeah, fuck that. Shoot me in the face, Joe! Just shoot me in the face!
I don't have anything.
Take my face off! God damn it! Shoot me in the face! God damn it! What are you doing? What's taking so long? Just
I'm a
shoot me in the
scientist. I don't
face.
know how to use guns.
Shoot me in the face, God! I need you guys to stop that shit! Fucking go away and don't come back! You're becoming hysterical, you son of a bitch. What are you doing? That's not assisting me! This is your assistance? What? I'm fine. I feel fine. Don't worry, guys. Everything is okay.